recording. Oh, what's that? This is your boy Munch Likes Attacks. Boy, I do have an episode for you. This is the Halloween special where we're just going to be hanging out and talking about some spooky stuff. I am joined by.
Cookie?
That's right, it's Cookie. The one, the only. She played Patricia Feingold in Diaries, and she slayed that role.
Slate it. Okay.
Slayed it.
Mediocre, but
Rolled a
we'll take it
nat
all.
20. Just critical. All right. All right, so what we're going to do is we're just going to tell a couple scary stories. We're just going to hang out for a little bit. It's still Halloween, technically. Not really, but pretty much.
Day.
Why not?
It's the season. It's cold as
It's
shit.
Halloween
Why
night.
not?
You know, last night I was smoking a cigarette I'm like whatever. I walked towards like the bar entrance, and this lady comes out and she just like starts talking to me because it was like really foggy out, and she was like, what we used to call it when I was young. We used to call it cabbage night. I don't know. I lived in I don't remember. I lived in like Virginia or something. Don't ask me why. I'm like, don't ask you why you lived in Virginia. That's how she phrased it. But apparently she called Halloween Cabbage Night, Devil's Night.
Yeah, no. It was foggy as shit. I booked it home. I didn't not stop. I was hoping no deers were in my surveillance.
It was totally ooky spooky weather to be sure. All right. So I'm gonna, the first story. This is from Reddit. I don't know what strand of Reddit this is, but it was a spooky story. Uh, about 2 years ago, I was driving home from a family reunion pretty late at night, and the drive was about 2 hours. I didn't stay the night because I had to be back for work the following day. Most of the drive was roads with dense bushes and trees on either side. The real creepy ones you see in a lot of movies. Anyway, I had been driving about 45 minutes and I was starting to get really tired. You know how sometimes you just suddenly become really tired out of nowhere? I knew I wasn't going to last, but I didn't come across any place that I felt I could park and safely sleep. Anyway, after it became clear to me that I wasn't going to find a place to pull up and my tiredness wasn't going away, I did something very questionable. I pulled over to the side of the road onto the grass behind some bushes to try and hide my car from somebody else who was going to come past. The roads weren't empty. I came across another car every few minutes or so. I made a mental note that the time was 11:22 and then fell asleep. Sometime later I was awoken by a scratching sound. I looked at the clock. 11:50. The sound stopped after a few seconds, and because I was still extremely tired, I didn't bother looking around and simply went back to sleep. I was later awoken by the same sound, and it was now 12:40. This time it really freaked me out because the sound didn't stop. The thought ran across my mind that it was just an animal inspecting the car, but why would it return almost an hour after it had left the previous time? I looked in my rear view mirror and just managed to catch a glimpse of something running away into the forest. Now, at the time, I thought it was the damn hook killer. You know, the one that scratched the couple's car and then slaughtered the guy when he got out to investigate? Fuck that, I thought to myself. So I got the hell out of there. There's more. There's more, but like, is that something that you would do?
So first of all, I would have never pulled over on the side of the road, no matter how tired I was, in a creepy area like that begs for I don't creepy shit. If you already have a vibe, why would you pull over? And then you hear like a scratching sound, like what? It's
At
like
first, I feel like you're just like, it's like I need to sleep. I feel like I have to sleep, but I'm already freaked out. Sleeping is hard enough. I'm just gonna try and like just reason my way into sleep. Like it's got to be something.
Yeah,
It's just
no,
like a
I can't.
squirrel.
I'll reason my sleep in a Motel 8 in a bed. I'm not, like, I don't do that. I would never pull over. I'm one to grind it out and get where I gotta be.
They say they have to be at work the next morning. And I don't know, the way they're
Get to
explaining it
work.
makes it sound like they're in just this most remote place ever. And why are you taking just like the backest of the back roads?
Like, why does that, like, say to you, though, like, I'm gonna pull over here in the middle of, like, it's not like someplace, like, not like a hometown road, is what I'm saying. It's not like you would know the creeper or something, like,
But at the
pull over
same time,
car.
it's like it's like there's enough like traffic, and there's like they said they've seen a car or two every now and then. So like there's enough people going through here,
Every now and then is not a comfort for me. Just saying.
and
I don't know.
they tried to like
If
hide.
she was blamed driving down a creepy road, I feel like she already had a vibe.
I don't know
And
if it's
then
a he or she, but
you got
yeah.
something scratching at my car, you ruining my paint. You're ruining my paint. I'm driving away, bro. I'm gonna have to fix that. Ain't no Ghostbusters coming up. I'll be fixing my shit.
All
Oh my
right,
god.
all right.
That would have had me up. Just saying.
All right, moving on. There was a bend no more than 100 yards up the road, and as I came around it, there was a fucking car parked off to the side of the road with the driver's side door opened. I slowed down just to look to see if anyone was in there. There wasn't. Then I looked
Mm-mm.
in my rear view window. Mirror, sorry. I didn't see anything, and all of a sudden, this guy comes sprinting around the corner. He starts screaming at me, shouting stuff like, hey, hey, you, get the fuck out of your car, now! I noped the fuck out of there and sped off. I never saw the guy again. Moral of the story, don't fucking sleep on the side of a deserted road.
That's like don't eat yellow snow. I feel like that's a general
What the fuck, Cookie?
rule.
I mean, the fact that that like someone like super sketchy like appeared, that's just crazy. And just like the mystery of it all, like was that the person? Was that the cause of the sounds? Was that the sketchiness that you were hearing? And then
Was that even a real car? Like, what did she even really see though? That was like real. So it could have been like, I seen a car, I seen a man. It like happened so fast. I
maybe
would have hit that dude.
maybe
I would
this
have hit him with my
person just
car.
maybe this person was just overreacting and just like exaggerated the situation. Like, oh, this person is yelling at me. It must be like super aggressive or something. I would never
Yeah,
park on the side of the road like that, like a sketchy like side road.
I feel she had like a supernatural experience for sure.
Oh,
There's no like scratching at a car. If I came running to you at a car to begin with, I wouldn't be scratching at it. I'd be like, help, like banging on the window.
like why?
And then you drove off.
If you're gonna be like fucking with like someone who's just randomly parked on like a back road or whatever, like you're just gonna start just like scratching on their car, then waiting an hour later and scratching again.
Sometimes scratching is like a demonic thing to me. Like you would speak if you were a person, you wouldn't like scratch, you would beg. Or like if you needed help, like you could if she stopped to look, you have time to like hit the car. You could like make it
It's like
not.
I don't know if it's a squirrel or the hook hand killer that I just heard on the radio. I love that comparison.
What is the SpongeBob thing? The slash hanging.
The hash slinging slasher.
Yes, that. You might have better luck with that.
The hash slinging slasher. And then it just turned out to be Nosferatu. Oh, Nosferatu.
Well, and she got to write about it, so I'm sure that experience could have turned out way different.
Oh yeah, they're alive, and that's yeah. I've read that story before, but this next one is the first time I've read this. So, all right, moving on. I had awesome parents who let me sleep in the living room on weekend nights when I was very young because my sister was a light sleeper and I can stay up until dawn. But of course, I always end up sleeping on the couch because Nick at night made me tired. Tried. It says tried. I'm pretty sure it's tired though. So one night, I wake up to the prickly feeling, like an instinct. Just bolted into a sitting position and stared out the front window. We lived in rural Georgia, so you can imagine the magnitude of trees. In perfect light cast from the moon, I see a silhouette of someone in this fucking tree. That that fucking felt kind of unnecessary. The family dog dashes to the window and is snarling into the grass. Terrified, I run into my parents' room and try to explain to my parents that there is a strange person outside. Dad grabs something defensive and darts outside with the dogs to beat the wax off the hothead. I tremble in Mama's arms until Dad comes home and says he saw no one and to go to bed. I decide to sleep in my regular bedroom. I I fill in my sister in as to what happened. I fill in my sister in as to what happened. Dad is making regular rounds in the house with a cup of coffee. We're all still, and I finally think I can sleep. Nope, I notice the man outside my window. From what I can see in the moonlight, he gives me a shush, signals, and runs away. Just turns around to run a straight line away. I swear I could not stop crying for what felt like hours. And that's that whole fucking story. That sketch, dude. That's crazy, man.
That's rough. Like, is it the house or is it the land that, like, and kids are so much more,
Attuned and like connected to
like,
this like random
not
spirituality that they don't
willing
understand.
to, like, shun that away. You know, like adults, it's, like, made out. We, like, outgrow it in a sense, but, like,
We have a sense of reality where children are like more acceptable of like
and that's
any.
usually, like, where it starts, kind of. Like, to see or not to see, and if you carry that with you because her dad didn't see it. Did he not want to see it? Is that why he didn't see it? You know, like, you can
But
not
good on the
want
dad for like
to
checking in on that and like being all like doing regular rounds and it's like being on the
oh,
up and up.
for sure, but it's always like I feel like the southern states too. Like, don't get me wrong, like, I'm not saying like New York can't be haunted and stuff like that, but I feel like it's more the southern states that had so much of, like just hatred. Like, there was no ever.
The north and the northeast, the east coast is like famously more haunted than most other places.
You just had all of these people that were slaves and, like, just unsettled souls because they're not happy. Like, why would you be happy? But,
There's
like, it's scary too in a sense because, like, that girl probably had nothing to do with, like, whatever this man was trying to get across that scared her.
The way I see it, I, I like, I'm like, I'll accept. I'm open to anything, but at the same time, I want to be at least somewhat skeptical. And like, I think like she just heard the wind. She saw something in her window, like a tree branch or anything.
Or
I
anything.
had a blanket that was like four Bob Marleys, and like a combination of like this piece and this piece and this piece kind of looked like a dude with a sketchy ass beard and a pointy head. And I remember seeing that in my window, the light hitting it, and it like freaking me out.
I lived in when I was younger, a one bedroom apartment. So like I had the bedroom and my mom and dad had a pull out couch. And if I stared into the doorway from the living room to my bedroom, I would see like a ghostly figure. And I like it's funny to me now. I used to call him like pretend daddy because he looked exactly like my dad,
Oh,
but
that's
like
crazy.
way taller, and like just his eyes were like bug-eyed. And then like I'd hide myself back in my blanket and look back again and he was gone.
I love how under the blanket is just like the universal safe
Like you can't
space.
get me. Like you don't see me, I can't see you. So that's what I'm saying. Like, is it your mind that makes that up? You know what it like in a sense of like to see that and like think it's real versus like
We all have our irrational fears, especially at a young age. Another one would be like, did you have to have like your feet covered? You can't have like your hands or your arms or your feet dangling over the
like
bed
they're
because
gonna
something under
get
your
you
bed
or something.
could just
But I
grab
feel
you.
like that was different for her if she said like she went to sleep in the living room every night and like that was her normal thing and then like that was the thing that changed. Like why was she like at the window that night? You know what I'm saying? Versus like another night, the night before.
I feel like this story in specific could be like really speculative because she could have seen like anything. Like there's like any number of explanations that could have it could have been like a real person. It
Did
could have
they
been like
say how old she was though? Like when, just like for age reference, maybe?
they
Like
said
just to
I don't
see.
even know if it's a she, but they
So
said they were
or she like woke up their parent. So they must have still kind of, I feel like, been on the younger.
she they said that they were very young.
Right. So I feel like that's hard. Like, so you see a scary movie and then you can like almost interpret what you want to see.
Yeah,
And it's
yeah, yeah. Because it's like you don't have like a grasp of like reality.
right. So it's almost like, ooh, that's
Because you're
scary
so
and
impressionable at that
real,
age.
but like it's almost like, did she watch something that would like you know what it like my pretend daddy thing? It looked
Yeah,
exactly like my dad, but like super taller and big eyed. Like you can't. It's almost reference to my dad. You know what I mean? It wasn't like another different like person I'd never seen before or something. So it's almost like you
yeah,
can.
yeah. It like derived from something in your real life
Right, that's what I'm saying. So
that you can comprehend, that you can understand.
like hopefully she just like saw what she saw, because like I feel like because there's nothing after that that it just was like, oh,
It's scary as shit. Kids are kids are scary when they're like, "Oh, this is my imaginary friend. His name is Gregory, and he's
right,
10
like who
feet
the fuck is
tall,
Greg?
and he's got 10-inch fingers and some crazy obscure like detail that where did that come from? Where
Right,
what is your data? How did you come to this conclusion? It's,
but you also have the some instances where they're like super right and they're right on the money though, and it's just hard to tell. Like you watch scary stories, of course, like you're gonna sit there and like get your adrenaline going, and like the if something makes a noise, you're like, oh shit, or
I
like
just remember when I was young and I was just like exposed to like so much like scary movies and horror movies and shit, and I'm just like I remember seeing uh, like Final Destination and whatnot, and
I still can't drive behind a log truck. You can't pay me.
that's Final Destination 2. Yeah, no, it's like who is who is who is
Okay,
who is letting me watch these scary ass movies as such a young child?
you for real though. I feel like yeah, that's like you such an imagination.
and
You
and
can't
that
breathe
that just
half of
runs
you.
wild. And then you got like all the irrational fears of a young person. Like one that I feel like multiple people had was when you were in the swimming pool, when you're on the edge, there's a button and you might press it and like sharks are gonna be in the pool.
I have not heard of
I, I've
that.
I've I've heard.
I think
I
that
saw a
is a
post at some
hammer
point.
before you swim.
That was like really young. I'm just like, oh, they're gonna be sharks in the deep end, and they're gonna come get me. Oh, there I was. When you're hanging on the edge of the pool, you're just gripping the side because you're a kid and you don't really know how to swim, and you're just gonna press a button on accident because they have that in there. It's irrational. It's the definition of rational. It's not rational. It's irrational. But I was thinking, I was it's like I guess like we're gonna end this here pretty soon, but like a finishing topic that I would like to discuss is
Finishing touch.
trying to communicate with ghosts.
I'm not about that life.
How
You
many
open the door.
how many people are there in the world, and how many of those people have tried to communicate with the ghosts? You know, like maybe you could, you've just never actually fully tried. And I'm like,
Don't see the number because they fucking killed their asses.
and my idea is like, what if I try and then I succeed? Like, okay, I can talk to ghosts. I'm gonna start solving cold cases, and then I'm gonna monetize that. Boom, I'm a psychic detective.
But you
I'm
don't
solving
believe
crimes.
it.
I'm talking to ghosts. I'm learning lessons along the way.
It's not good ghosts sometimes, though. You have demons that tell you what you want to hear or
I'll
say
have the
what you
power
want to
of
hear.
Jesus Christ on my side. I'll team up with him.
But the
Him. I'll
Ouija
team up
board
with him.
isn't
Cookie. I'll
it's
team up.
Christ.
Cookie. I'll team up with him. Capital H.
It-
That was
Okay.
fucking
But
hilarious.
Jesus doesn't do the Ouija board. That's connecting with, like, as Jesus thought he has them. You're not supposed to, like, we're not supposed to talk to them. And then you get the Ouija board and you're
I'm
gonna
talking about
connect,
just
and
like
then maybe you can't
natural, like
float.
spiritual, no, like bored, just like natural, like a medium.
It, you can definitely do medium
And
soon
if I
enough
could, I can help
less
those ghosts
skeptical.
like move on. I think God would love that.
I don't disagree. I thought about a medium too, but my
This
sister
ending's
has
getting
been
too
a medium
religious.
and they tell her a lot of shit that's just not true. It's just not true. Like you're gonna like have a horrific event coming. There hasn't been a horrific event for her. Like so she's embracing this impact that's not coming and like worrying herself and being a spaz and it's nothing's happened.
Shenanigans. But think of how cool that would be. Like
It would
best case scenario,
definitely
I talk to Ghost. I'm
awesome.
like, hey, dude, hey, you know of this cold case? This person died. They still haven't found her. Do you know? You do? Because you've been on the other side. Fill me in, dude. And I get a hold of the police, and I become a sensation, a lucrative career as a psychic detective. Maybe I'll get my own
There
show.
there is definitely like mediums that do that. So like Teresa Caputo is supposed to be
Is she
like
that
top
one that
notch.
Long Island medium?
Yeah, her
I feel
or
like
like
there is
the other
definitely like
gay guy
a
is
spiritual connection that
either.
people can have, like just like
I just don't like. I feel like there's lots of things that can be seen when you think they're not being seen. So your life, for example. So like there could be something there watching like what you do, and then your dad dies, and then you want to connect with your dad, but this demon's like, "Oh, let me swirl my way in there." It's always not what it seems is what I'm saying. So it's like it brings closure,
you never want to invite anything
but it could follow
negative.
you and it's not like great either. So you open that door once you do. I feel like that was fine. Like now I'm looking at my door, feeling like I'm seeing shit walk past it. Spooky shit.
Ooky spooky.
But what I'm saying is like you never want to open that door because you don't know if you can close that door and it's open for all, like not good, like good and bad is what I'm saying. So it's not like a direct line like a telephone. Anybody
Right.
can intercept that, and that's what's rough for me. Like, look at the map.
What is that? What am I looking at? Is something Skitter shadow?
No, what I'm telling you is like spooky shit. So like I always like I
Well,
got a
what was
creepy
that
aunt
just then there? What was
downstairs.
that?
My fridge. You ain't about to freak me
What
out.
am I looking at? What am I seeing?
Your reflection. Fuck.
All right, Cookie. I'm gonna call this.
I love it. It was fun.
Hell yeah.
Thanks for letting me go to sleep for the next 3 hours. It was great.
Hell yeah. I have gotten like I've been staying up late since Wednesday night. I've gotten shit for sleep.
No rest for the wicked.
I mean, tonight was all right. It was we didn't get slammed like we have been every Friday night, but it was all right.
Good night to call out then for a shooting night for Halloween.
Oh yeah, it was awful. And that thank you, Cookie, for being on. It's been lovely. It's been great. Hopefully, I'm gonna be working on more stuff to come. Tell the people that there's more stuff to come.
More stuff to come, guys.
And that is a wraps on the Haps.